Hi everyone, it's Micah Jenkins, Black Status presenter with Younique, and we are going to talk about parties, why they're so important in our business, and then we're just going to kind of talk about the basics of parties. I'm going to share in the comments some videos for you to watch later. Once you're done with this training, you can go back and watch them as you have time. You can listen to these in the car on the way to work. You can listen to these while you're cooking dinner. You don't even have to watch them, just listen. The videos I'm going to share in the comments have such great information about parties. Okay, so why are parties important? And I'm talking about online parties. Don't have to leave your house. Why would you leave your house 2 or 3 nights a week to go have a home party when you don't have to, okay? I have done 99% of my business right here on Facebook. 99% of my business. I could probably even say like 99.9%. And our upline has taught us about online parties, and this is something we pass down. Our team does a great job of sharing information, what works, what doesn't work, and we're going to talk about it. Okay, so first off, why are parties important? Okay, here's why. So I'm going to give an example. So if you were just doing home parties and you were just staying within your community, you may travel a little bit here and there, but you're not going to go out of state because, you know, you're probably not going to make your money back if you're spending a lot of money on gas and hotels. So let's just say you're staying within your community and you're going to your girlfriend's house and you're meeting all these people. You're doing great because home parties, they do great, but your reach is really within your community because, like I said, most people aren't going to travel out of state. Sorry. Okay, so that's great. Home parties they're good. I'm not bashing them. I'm just telling you why we do online parties, okay? Now, imagine you do an online party. And in this online party, your launch party, your goal is to get mascara and our products into as many of your friends' hands as possible, okay? So you're inviting all your girlfriends. You're not just adding them to a group. We don't want to do that, okay? It's actually against Facebook's terms and conditions to add people to a group without asking them to sell them items. So if you're doing a group, you need to ask for permission to add people. I personally do events. I know there's a lot of people who do groups, and that's fine. You just need to talk to the people you're adding before adding them, okay? So you are doing your launch party. All of your best girlfriends are in there. You're telling them about the mascara. You're telling them about our other amazing products. You're showing them your before, your after photos, okay? And they're purchasing, right? Okay, so let's say your friend, I always use Sally, I don't know why. Okay, so your friend Sally from high school, haven't talked to her in forever, but she sees your flawless face and she orders. And she loves her mascara and she loves her foundation. And when you follow up, remember we talked about how to do the follow-up? When you follow up, you are going to ask Sally if she wants to host a party for you so you can share the products with all her friends, okay? So now Sally's doing a party for you. And you went to high school with Sally, but she went to a different college. She went to college out of state. And she has a job now, and she has kids, and she has friends who have kids, and she has all these people on her Facebook that you do not know. You don't know them. Never met them. Never would meet them, more than likely, if it wasn't for Sally hosting this party for you. So Sally has this party going, and she's invited all these friends you don't know. And guess what? They order products from you. And when you do your follow-up, you ask Sally's friend if she'll do a party. And you definitely don't know any of Sally's friends, okay? See what I'm doing here? So your network that you started with on Facebook that was this small, you just had your group of girlfriends from high school, college, your mommy friends, whatever. It was a pretty small group. But then you start meeting their friends. And then you start meeting their friends' friends and their friends' friends' friends. And then all of a sudden you have this huge network. You're selling to people all over the United States and people outside of the United States. People you would have never met, ever met, if it wasn't through online parties. Okay? Isn't that amazing? Y'all, I sell to people I do not know every single day. Most of my orders come from people I have met through Younique. Now, of course, my friends and my family, they support my business, but let's be real here. They're not going to order makeup every single month. They don't need new makeup every single month, and I most certainly can't rely on them to buy makeup every month so I can reach my goals to maintain my color status and to promote and to move up. And you can't rely on your friends and family to do that either. Now, of course, we want to make them loyal customers, but you can't rely on them to do everything and buy, you know, month after month after month. Okay, so that's how you get outside of your network, okay? Now let's talk about some of the basics of a party. So we've already talked about how you can do groups or events. And what I want you to do is talk to your sponsor and talk to your upline elite. They're going to teach you how they do parties. And you can try both and decide what works best for you. I personally do events. That's what I like to do, okay? It's what works for me. Other people have parties on groups and they're super successful, and that's fine. But like I said, talk to your upline. Figure out how they do parties. They're going to help you. Okay, so with parties. Okay, number one, we don't want to be salesy. Just like when we're posting on a personal Facebook page, we do not want to be salesy. We're not going to get in the party and we're not going to say, okay, everyone, this mascara is amazing. Get yours here. Buy it now. Party lasts 7 days. No, no, no. You are sharing the products. You're sharing them, okay? Now, also, something I want you to understand is there's a flow with your party. You don't want to post about mascara first thing in the morning, bronzer in the afternoon, and then splurge cream shadow at night. What is going on here? We need to have a flow. So if you do mascara, I like to do mascara the first couple of days. We're going to talk about mascara. We like to call it the gateway drug. Once you try our mascara, you want all the other products because the mascara is so awesome. So mascara for the first couple of days, and then I start getting into other products. If we're going to talk about skin and all the things you need before makeup, we're going to talk about that all day long. I'm not going to post something about our face wash and then something about mascara. We're going to stick kind of with, not a theme, but like I said, a flow. So if we're doing skincare one day, we're going to talk about Uplift. We're going to talk about the primer. We're going to talk about our Illuminate Clean and Clear. Okay, and then the next day we may talk about foundation. And I'm not going to hop around talking about foundation and mascara and eyeshadows. We're going to talk about foundation, and we're going to talk about the different types of foundation, and we're going to talk about color matching. So see what I talk about here when I say we have a flow of how the party goes? I have a mock party group in my circle page for my girls, and every elite on this team should, and I'm pretty sure does, have a mock party page. You should be in it. Now, you don't have to copy their mock party page exactly word for word. In fact, I encourage you not to do that. The mock party page, it's just a mock. It is to show you how a party should flow. I encourage you to use as many of your own photos and your own videos as you possibly can. Now, I know you're a new presenter and it takes time to build, number one, your confidence, and number two, it takes time to build up all the products and a whole bunch of videos and photos showing off those products. So until you have them, by all means, use all of our videos, use all of our photos. But also keep in mind that you need to be building your own library of photos because you're trying to sell a product and we're not being salesy, but we're showing how much we love it, and that's when sales happen. When I make a video of me applying the eyeshadow, I have way more eyeshadow sales than I do if I just post a picture of someone else. Now from time to time, of course I'll share other people's photos. I'm a makeup newbie. I don't know everything there is about makeup, and people have way better photos than I do. So yes, from time to time, that's fine. We just want to make sure we're sharing our own within our party. Okay, so what else in a party? Lots of interaction, okay? You gotta have it. Lots of it. Your party guests have to be interacting. Number one, that means that more of your posts, more of your videos are going to show up in their newsfeed if people are interacting and talking back and forth. So how do we do that? Okay, well, I wish there was a secret. There's not a secret. It's just very basic. We ask questions. We get them interested to talk about what we want to talk about. So you can post questions. So one question I always like to ask in the first couple of days is, who's tried our mascara? There's a picture and it says, Have you tried the 3D Plus mascara? Yes, no, or I want to. Okay, so if people say yes, guess what? You're going to message them and you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you love our mascara. So what else are you dying to try? So you're going to start the communication, okay? And they're going to start to trust you and get to know you. And you're going to find out what they're interested in. If people say they want to, then you're going to comment back on that post. Oh my gosh, I can't believe you've not tried it. I cannot wait for you to get this product. You can ask lots of questions like that. There's tons of photos. You can make your own. One that I see a lot of people post is, what's one item you can't leave home without? Or what one makeup item can you not leave home without? So then you kind of know, like, what does this girl love? Does she love her mascara? Does she love her lipstick, her lip gloss, her bronzer? What is it? Something you should know is every party's different. Some parties, people don't want to talk. They just want to hear it. They just want to see your posts. They just want to see your videos. So you may not get a ton of interaction, and that's okay. Always continue posting. Always, always, always. Because people are watching you. Okay. And so that takes us to kind of like the behind the scenes. Behind the scenes, you need to be talking to all of your customers. You need to be finding out what they're interested in, and that picture I just talked about is a great way to get that conversation started. You need to, if they're interested in foundation, you need to be talking to them. Do they have oily skin? Do they have dry skin? What kind of coverage do they want? You have to interact behind the scenes. Like I said, your customers, your soon-to-be customers, your party goers have got to get to know you so they can trust you. Now, the biggest part about having a party is hostess coaching. This is something that I still struggle with and I'm learning and trying to do better with every single party I do. Hostess coaching makes you or it breaks you. Bottom line, your hostess has to be involved. Okay, I'm going to say it again. Your hostess has to be involved. And sometimes you got to get a little bossy, okay? You just have to. When she invites her friends, you need to let her know, okay, now I need you to message them. Make sure they know they got an invite, that they need to be in this party, that I'm going to share tips and tricks. If you do a giveaway, make sure she tells them. And what I do is I type out the message for my hostess and I say, hey, I need you to send this to your friends that you invited. Feel free to change it up to make it more, sound like you, your personality. And I always include the link to the event or the group so it's easy for them to make sure they've joined it. Also, your hostess needs to be posting her own selfies. Remember, we're a salesman, even though we're not being salesy. If your friend is going on and on and on about how they like the mascara or the foundation or the palettes, then their friends are more than likely to trust them than they trust us. But we're going to earn their trust, right? Because we're going to spend a week to 2 weeks talking to them, teaching them about these products. We don't want to be just a salesman. In the beginning, we are. But by the end, you need to be their best friend, okay? So hostess coaching, we have great videos on that, and I'm going to post that below as well. Just know that sometimes you have to be just a little bit bossy, and it's okay. If I have a hostess who's not posting, I'll just say, okay, girl, look, you got to post once a day. If you don't have your own selfies, I can send you some and even exactly what to post. So don't be scared to be a little bit bossy. So that's the basics of parties, why they're so important, why you have to have them. Make sure to check out the videos below. When you have time, I'm going to post several. And if you have any questions, comment below. Talk to your upline elite. Okay? Parties, they're fun. Have as many as you can. You can never have too many parties going.